Well, lads, you can hear me all right?
We
Yeah,
can
all
indeed,
good.
yep.
Yep.
Right, so we'll get straight into it, right? Everybody can read on there. The Katie Sharks first trainers, he'll be live at 9 o'clock tomorrow night from Newry INF, right? But tonight we'll have the draw for the Cunningham Cup, the Vegas Cup, and the three divisional cups. So, Liam, you talked there about what we were going to do this just as I add this to the screen.
The Cunningham
Talk about
Cup
it, Kevin.
has 13 teams left, so there's going to be 3 bays, which will be the first 3 names out, and then there'll be 5 games, which gets to the last 8. In the case where the Newry Indo will be drawn out as a bay, they'll be re-entered because they received a bay in the last round, so they can't receive a bay in this round. So that's the way the Cunningham Cup's going to be done.
And Kevin,
Okay.
you're there, and you'll record all the
I'll
when you
record,
write it
I'll
all
record
down,
everything
yeah?
as it happens, yes.
Right, so we're understanding here now. We'll just go nice and slow and do this. We're going to hit these. There's the names all down the side. They're all there. You've checked them, Liam, yeah?
Yeah, they're all there.
13, yeah. So we'll hit it, yeah?
Yes.
Yep, you're good to go.
Right, this first team now is the team that's going to be in what?
A
It's
bye.
getting a
Bay.
bye?
This is getting
This
the bay.
team's getting a bye.
Oh, please, 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 make me be lucky.
Trainers bar here, yeah?
Yep.
Yep.
Right, and trainers bar have been removed from that wheel, yeah?
Yes.
They have, yeah.
Right. Next team, a bye
Make us be
again,
lucky.
yeah?
This
Yes,
team
make us
receives
be
a bay,
lucky.
yeah.
Make us lucky.
White Cross.
No, no,
Sound round, sound round.
Good one for
Right.
Malachi.
Ready to go again?
Yes.
Good to go.
Oh, please, 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 please.
White Cross.
White Cross.
Right, Chris.
Oh, Galvin will be delighted. No problem.
So now this is first team out playing the second team at home, except in
Yeah.
the cases where it runs into table trouble and then something
Yeah.
like that.
Absolutely, yep.
Right, so here we go.
The Indo.
Yeah, no. Take it lucky there.
Yep. And here we go.
And it's been removed and we hit it.
Play the Millville.
Play Millville. Come in, you're ready.
Go
Yep,
ahead.
good to go.
C,
good.
CWC.
Good one for you, Joe.
CWC, yeah.
CA, yeah. Home draw, all you can ask for.
Oh, big game.
Downs.
Big game. Paddy Paddy's on it.
That's good for the rest of us. Ready to go?
Yes.
Good to go. Different strokes.
Yep.
Against. Stay away from us, will you?
Oh,
50-50s.
a nice one for Aidan.
So who we've got left here? We've got Tolls, Hustlers, Sentiment in it, and Bears.
Yep.
Right? One home draw here, Cam.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Goals.
No. Tolls, Camla. They're gonna play. Ooh. Simpson in the
Simpson in
air.
it.
Oh, Kevin, look who it's between the last two.
I've seen that. Who gets the home draw?
Who gets a home draw?
The
Bears.
Bears.
At least nobody can say it's a fix. against, obviously, Hustlers. So
that's Trainers A, Nans, and Whitecross, all of bays. And you have the Indo versus the Millvale Arms, CWCA versus Dan's Bar, Different Strokes versus the Nifty 50s, Tolls Camla versus St. Minina A, and the Burge versus the Hustlers.
All present and
Yeah.
correct.
And now McVerry's asking which cup this is. It's a Cunningham Cup. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next cup's
So-
the Vegas Cup.
Next cup, and explain it again.
There's
This
going to
is
be 6
straightforward.
bays. The first 6 names out get bays, and then there'll be 20 teams left, so there'll be 10 games, and that will bring it down to the last 16.
Dacky, Dan's Bar is playing out of Camla, Paddy Tavy, and co. So let me see now. We're ready to go with this. So the first,
Yes.
tell me that again. Sorry, wasn't listening. The first what out
The first
The
six,
first
the first 6
are all bays.
are all bays. Yeah,
Right, you ready to go? Yeah.
good to go.
Good to go.
So this is the Vegas Cup.
Yeah,
No bad, I can. So
Monaghy again.
Rams get a bay.
now
Another bay.
Rams get a bay. What's the second bay? Right, tell me when, boys. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
go
to
ahead.
go.
Oh my goodness.
Drummond Heath.
Drummond Heath. The bay. And Nifty's have a bay.
The Nifty 50s.
There we go. Yeah. Oh, ready to go, yeah.
Yes.
Good to go.
Oh, I can't see where it is. Johnny
Johnny
Murphy.
Johnny Murphy's.
Matty Zatlin.
That's 4.
4.
Burge.
The Bears.
Stephen Cherry, same you. So,
And this is,
How many
this is the
dots
last
are
bay.
This is the
This
last
This is the
night.
last one now.
yeah, no problem. Come on. We're nowhere
Well,
near
no.
it, Kevin. We're nowhere near it.
Not at all.
Millvale.
Melville. Right, call out who all got them days earlier.
Nams Rams, Drummond
Yeah, there's one
Heath,
or two.
the Nifty 50s, Johnny Murphy's, the Bears, and the Millvale Arms. All get bays.
Jared, the date hasn't been set up yet when the dates will be. We're just doing the draw tonight, but we'll come back to you. So we're ready to go now. First team out's at home against the other in case there's
Yeah.
some sort of a problem with tables
Yeah,
or
there's
something.
going to be 10 games pulled out here.
Both of you are writing these down, Kevin
Yes,
and Liam.
yeah.
we are.
Yeah.
Right, ready to
Yeah.
go, yeah?
Yes, go
Good
ahead.
to go.
Vegas Cup. Different strokes about you. I keep jumping it, yeah. Different strokes is at home to. Oh, oh, oh.
Katie
A
Sharks
rematch?
again.
Yeah,
A rematch of the league game.
I can't see where
White
that
Cross.
lands.
White Cross.
White Cross is at home to.
Ballyholden.
Ballyholden.
Ollie
Yeah.
Holly,
Yeah, Ballyholden, yeah. Again, the next one out, I'm not paying attention. Next one out's the home, yeah?
Yep.
Yep. The Indo.
The Indo.
No people, no who go.
not that good.
SCWCA.
It looked good at the start. Looked good at the start.
Are we on this wheel?
It's the
Bosco B.
Bosco.
That could be at home. CWCB.
CWCB.
And next one's out at home again, Liam. Just I keep
Yep.
Yeah,
losing
next
track of
one is
myself.
at
Yeah.
home. Yeah.
Tools of Kilmore.
Tolls, Camla.
Yeah. Play the Forest.
Foresters.
Foresters. Some good wee girls there.
Yep.
Trainers there.
That was it.
There was it.
Or St. Manina here.
Quarter bar
Quarter
have to play. They have to play away from home guys.
We have to play with.
Yeah.
They have to play away because different structure at home.
Yeah, different strokes were drawn out earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the quarter bar's
Ready.
away in this.
So
Yeah,
whoever gets
whoever
next,
gets
so the next one out, yeah.
Yes.
next one out's at home.
That's not Hopeless Us, Kevin. Don't want to play it. Too strong for us.
Don's Bar. Paddy's
Dance
Army.
bar,
Dance
Paddy's
bar.
Pink. And now again we're at the home one, yeah.
Home one again,
Yeah,
yes.
at the home one, yeah. St. Manina B.
Trainers B.
Trainers B.
Wiggins.
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 Has to be us, Kevin.
No, Bite. Bite.
Has to be us. Has to be us.
Bite.
Oh, you're right.
Good shout.
Right.
Right. Let's see, can we get one home draw, Kevin?
Come on, baby. Late my late.
Last in the pot again.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Home
Hustlers.
draw this time. Hustlers.
I'll tell you what, that'll be a good game.
Yeah. And then obviously it's McGee's. Right, so
Right.
if you can call them out,
No,
somebody
just to
writes out
recap.
the next one.
The buys for the Vegas Cup are Nans Rams, Drummond T, Nifty 50, Johnny Murphy's, Bears, and Millville. They've all received a buy. And the draw is Different Strokes versus Katy Sharks, White Cross versus Ballyholland, Indo versus CWCA, Bosco B versus CWCB, Tolls of Kilma versus Foresters, Trainers A versus St. Manina A, Don's Bar versus a Quarter Bar, St. Manina B versus Trainers B, McGuigan's versus Boyd's, and Hustlers versus McGee's.
Are you agreeing then, Liam?
100%.
100%.
And that completes,
100%,
that
yeah.
completes the Vegas
Right,
Cup.
good
draw.
lads. Right, we're going to move on to the other one here, and we're going to the Premier Division Open
The
Not
Premiership Cup.
Divisional Cup. Open Divisional Cup. Right. Now, where am I now? Check the names,
Yep.
correct?
Yeah, 8
1,
teams.
2,
Yep, all present
3,
and
4,
correct.
5, 6, 7, 8. All right, ready to go.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
go ahead.
And it'll be the same
First team out
scenario.
at home.
First team out at home, unless the only scenario here
Yeah,
could
yeah,
be if different
yeah.
strokes. And
Just take a wee notes of any of them that we need to change, but it shouldn't be a problem.
Well, there's only really two in the
There's only
Premier.
one. Right, so the first team out is
Ballyholland.
Ballyholland.
Home draw. Yes.
Against
Quarterbar.
Quarterbar. Next team out at home is
Paddy's Army.
you can't tell. Yeah, down for has to be Kitty Sharks.
Oh, good match there.
Kitty Sharks. You got that, both of you?
Yes, go
Yeah.
got it all, yep. The next team out's going by White Cross.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, you're mail off. You're mail off. Different strokes at home. Yeah, different strokes. They're off the straight, and they're going to play at home too. Has to be trainers.
Oh,
Trainers A. Yeah, and the last one, who's at home?
CWC.
CWCA. You're getting lucky again, Len.
Yeah.
I think White Cross got brought out home the last couple, didn't they? They got a bay as well. And they're obviously playing.
yeah.
They got a
That
bay
completes
and then got a home draw.
White Cross.
White Cross.
Right, Gavin, you want to do that?
Let's go ahead. The Premier is now Ballyholland versus Quarterbar, Donsbar Bar versus Keady Sharks, Different Strokes versus Trainers A, and CWCA versus White Cross.
All good, yeah.
So we're now going on to the first division, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Now,
Right, there's nine.
in this
There's
year, we've got
nine.
9.
Yeah. So one will play 2, and the winner will be at home to 3.
So just to explain that all again, the first 2 teams out will have to play each other and then play the third
Third team.
team out.
But the winner
So-
of the first 2 teams will be at home.
Yeah. So we ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, this will be the time we're pulled out, Kevin. Be sure. What did I tell you about? Unbelievable.
Hustlers,
Would
at
you
least,
believe that?
you're at home.
Would you believe that?
Well, at least you're at home.
Ah, but they're playing the next
And if you win, you're at home again.
Liam, you
Who
should
do
be
we
a
want?
counsellor. You should be
Who
a
do we
counsellor.
want?
Did that call it out there? Did that come up? Ready to go?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Drum and
yeah,
tape.
all good, yeah. No, you didn't spin it yet.
We didn't spin it yet.
What's the spin now?
See that.
Oh, who is that? Drummond T or CWC?
Hang on,
Wait for the. Wait for it. Who is that? It was Drummond T.
Drummond T.
You'll see who comes.
Remove
out.
Drummond T. See it at the top. Remove
Yeah.
Drummond T. We're ready to go.
Yes.
Yeah. So the winners of this, Hustlers versus Drummond T versus whoever comes out now.
Okay.
The winners of this plays this team.
Oh, aye. It'll come up the top here in this one here. It's just not.
Nons rounds.
It's not obviously not. I see. It'll say remove winner in 4-3, and it should come up the name. It'll come up here. Nand Rams. All
The
right.
winners of
Yes.
Hustlers and Drummond T plays Nons rounds.
That's
Right.
it.
Okay. Ready to go.
Yes.
Good to go. CWCB.
We'll just get the confirms up here. Remove CWCB. Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're playing.
There's two tables in the workermen's anyway.
Oh, aye. We're going to be simping in here, but we'll just wait for confirmation. Simpman in a, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. The Bears.
Bears are going to play, I would say it's McGee's.
Told.
Take a chance on it.
Told.
Toes.
You're right, Bears play. Wait for confirmation. Tolls, which means it's between McGuigan's and McGee's, and here's who gets home.
The Geezers. The Geezers.
McGee's.
The Geezers.
McGee's, and they obviously play McGuigan's.
Yeah.
So
So I'll call this one, Kevin. The
Yes.
Hustlers played Drummond in a prelim game, and the winners play Nans Rams. The CWCB versus Simpman in A. Bears versus Tollsbar in Camla, and McGee's Bar versus McGuigan's Bar.
Perfect. Perfect.
right, so
Division 2, it'll be done the exact same way as Division 1.
we've got Division 2, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Same way. So there's a Division 2 Divisional Cup. The first two teams out will play each other. The first team out gets home advantage. And after they play each other, they play the third team out. But they
Yeah.
also get home advantage.
Home
correct?
advantage, yeah.
Yes.
Here we go.
100%. Newry Indo.
Yeah.
Boston.
Bosco. Yeah.
Yeah, so the winner of that team is at home to this team. St. Manila.
Something in it, yeah. Now this is the start of the straightforward
yeah.
home and away.
Yep.
Trainers B. And they play. Foresters. That's halfway between. Johnny Murphy's. Are at home, correct?
Yep.
Yeah,
Against. How to be nifty 50s.
I'll have to remind them where they're playing with Top and Johnny Murphy's.
And the home team for the last two is must be Bides, but
Bides.
let's wait on it. Bides are at home to Melville.
Melville Orange, yeah.
Yeah.
Super, super.
So just quickly for me all there, so somebody can always skip to near the end. We've got let me see, close.
Kevin, you want to recap that last draw?
The Division 2
recap
is
it.
right. The first is Indo versus Bosco B, and the winners of that will play St. Manina B. Trainers B versus Foresters, Johnny Murphy's versus Nifty 50s, and Boyd's versus Millvale Arms.
Yeah, all good.
All good in the hood. Some exciting draws there, Liam. You've got a couple of nice wee draws there too.
Yeah, we got away to the home to Dan's Bar in the Cunningham Cup,
The good game.
away to the Indo in the Vegas, and at home to White Cross in the Divisional Cup. All good games. Yep, looking
Good
forward to it.
games. Good games, yeah.
So just on it there now. We'll just go quickly there to last week's results, if that's all right.
Yep.
So there's last week's results. Can you see them?
See them, yeah.
Yep.
Right. So you had Whitecross 5, Katy Sharks 7. What do you think of that?
Yeah, by all accounts,
No,
it was a good
Katy
game.
Sharks,
It was a good
yeah.
interesting game.
Well, Katy
talking
Sharks
that-
I
really
was
needed to
very
win from their
shocked.
their first.
I was
cup game that
shocked
they
from the
bought.
first game that they played in the cup.
Yeah,
I think they only won one game in the cup, did they?
they were beat 8-1.
Yeah, they were beat 8-1.
Different strokes.
Let me see.
Oh,
can
they
I
were
see it
missing.
here?
Well, they were missing Eddie that night, but I don't know if he would have made much difference to their scoreline. So
Probably would have been 7-2.
Yeah, there's a there from the week before. Different strokes for 8. Katy Sharks is 1. Like, I know, but
Yeah.
like, is this the sort of level that different strokes are at? Like, are they really that good? Like, if they are, Liam,
insane.
you're in trouble.
Well, I'll tell you what it
So-
is. It's all seasonal great players. Like, you know, they've been around the block this donkey's years. Like, you know, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
No, they're all good
different
players.
strokes
I've
then
seen
beat
some good
Ballyhold
players.
10-2. You know,
Oh,
different
they're a
strokes
good
then-
team.
I
There's
know,
no doubt about it.
I know, but you know, Jim and all that didn't really go into want to sort of be in that the Premier, but I think when we came back with the pool, it was just a matter of trying to keep getting the pool up and going, and everybody taking the
Yeah.
positions they were from last year, and just trying to get the thing.
I was
over and
talking to
done
Jim
with.
myself.
Bally,
I was talking to Jim
Ballyholden is
myself.
some good. Ballyholden's good players,
Oh, they're all
good
good
players,
players. Yeah, beat Robbie White.
but the problem is,
Imam
you see
McQuillan.
that I don't know, like different strokes as players, like I don't know, and even yourselves,
Yeah.
like you know, there may be a different level altogether.
Yeah, well,
See?
both teams have signed good players, so both teams it'll be a toss up between the two of them come the end of the season. I'd say, like, so.
Where Ballyholden would basically have boys from the bar, like boys that all drink in the bar. You know, you used to fly
Yeah.
boys in from the Emirates and all.
Definitely not.
Pat flies them all in
Definitely
from the dog. Pat flies them in
there
from
was
the
a
dog.
there was a stretch Liam was seen funny enough out in Carracrop, and so that must have been half the team.
No, that was for Bernie McGee. Bernie got his hips done. They had to get him out some way. So
Oh.
Well, I was they used one of his hips for a rest for the pool table.
That's CWCA and quarter bars to be played again. As you know, quarter bar were added to the Premier. The Premier only
Yeah.
had 7 teams and it's supposed to 8. Everybody has to remember too that it's the top 4 in these divisions play it off. Or sorry,
Yeah.
for the championship. So the team
they're
that
going
comes
to play each other
fourth,
twice, or they're going to play each other twice and then top 4. Is that the way it's?
well, play each other twice,
Yeah.
but then it's the top 4. But the team that comes fourth will play away to the team that comes first.
yeah,
Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
if you get top 1 and top 2, you're going to get home advantage.
home advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
And
the
the
prize
team-
to come on top, obviously.
And the team that rides top in the final then, obviously.
The highest ranked
Unless,
team gets home
unless
advantage.
it's a highest ranked thing, unless it's a sponsored one that's getting that final or something like that, you know?
Yeah. Which
So,
that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, but unless, as I say, it's sponsored, and we are open for places to sponsor.
But it's good to see the pool back going, boys. I know you have done great work to get it back going, so
Well,
I'd like to thank you on that part. to get
But
it.
here,
You've got it up
Liam will tell
front.
you. Do you know what it is?
tell,
It's the
tell,
players
uh,
that make it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we know that.
the
Yeah. It's the
fixtures
same with
and
the
fitness-
darts. Like.
Yeah, the fixtures and fittings can be sorted, but it's getting all
Yeah.
the players back. And I think, you know, realistically, you know, pool players are like ourselves. They're chomping at the bit to get in a Thursday night for a lot.
Oh, but it always takes somebody. It always takes somebody to get it up running. Do you know what I mean? If it's left there, it will be left there. Nobody seems to step up to want to do these things. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I'll tell you what I'm surprised at is like there's been a good reception from the pubs about taking it, and the pubs have also stepped up in terms of like recovering tables and sorting their
Oh,
tables
yeah.
out and getting them. Like, you know, for years tables went like, but they're definitely like they're all really, you know, every week you're hearing like, you know, and even Toads entered in there and there's a new table, and I believe trainers have got theirs recovered and maybe getting other
Yeah.
tables.
And I'll tell you what,
Jordan-
I was in
Jordan-
McGee.
Boys
Jared-
is getting theirs. Sorry.
Jared McGuigan get his all
Yeah.
all up to date as well. So did the worker
McGee's
men.
Bar
So-
have a state of the art table too as well. Theirs is a fantastic table.
Oh, but his is only done, yeah.
Yeah, they
That
have a
fella-
brand spanking new table. Now tell me this, guys. Who sells the Pro Cup balls and what do they cost?
Well, it's Paddy Clark. I think,
Paddy
that-
Clark sells them.
Right.
So he does.
Yeah.
Larry
How much would they
McAlinden
be?
Larry McAlinden might be able to get. He would be able to get them as well. It all depends. You can get copies
There's
there.
a,
which
there's
are
a
no
man
good.
rung me last night to ask me, was it that he was told that he's not allowed to play, or if the white ball hasn't got a red dot on it from one
Wait
or
to tell
two
you something.
teams. But
See,
I
as
can
long-
assure you,
see-
the white ball doesn't have to have a red dot
See,
on
as
it.
long as there's 7 reds and 7 yellows and a black ball.
Well,
and a
that
white
isn't
ball.
true, Kevin. They need to be of the same shape and size. Do you remember years ago? You used to
Absolutely.
get
Oh,
all
yeah.
different shades of ball.
Yeah.
Right, listen, I want to get through this quickly. So, different strokes 10, Ballyholland 2. We talked there about Ballyholland. Ballyholland's good players, different strokes at different class. I don't know.
Yeah.
Ballyholland needs to stick in there and take points to them. And remember that it's still top 4 spot is what you're
Yeah.
looking for. CWCA, as I say, that game's we played quarter bar. We don't know really how good yous are, Liam, because yous had a bye, did yous, in the cup?
No, we
No,
beat
you
Boyd's.
play.
We beat
Oh,
we
you-
beat Boyd's 9-0.
Oh, that was a problem. Yeah, it looked
Yeah.
like there was nobody else playing. But what way was it? Just a
Well, we're up
a-
in we're up in Ballyholland. Them Boys lads are all a good bunch of lads. It was a good
Oh,
night's crack,
brilliant
like, so-
fellas! Yeah, brilliant.
But
here,
we're up
Boys-
in Ballyholland.
Yeah, but how long was there
tomorrow
any
night, so
close games in it?
One maybe,
The ones
Maybe.
when the triangle was put on the balls.
one maybe.
Right, so Trainers Bar A. Now that's a team I fancy there to beat Dan's Bar. Now I know Paddy and all those grewed out players is hard to know, but I don't know why. But I just felt that Trainers Bar A was strong. You know, who did you fancy when you were told before that game who would win that? Who would you have went for? Be honest.
I probably thought there wouldn't have been a toss of a coin between them, so I could probably did
doesn't
fancy
seem-
Trainers. I probably
And
did
it
It
fancy
seemed to
Trainers on the
be.
night. Like,
It didn't
but
seem to be a toss of a coin between.
Paddy's put a good wee side there. Like, people seem to forget Shamey McVary and James O'Hagan have both won the individuals, and they're in Paddy's team. So,
Yeah,
and them boys are
But-
more than capable of beating anyone. Like,
it was 7-5, wasn't it?
7-5, yeah. I don't
Who
think
was
it went
that
to the
again?
last. I don't think it
I know
went to
it-
the last.
Yeah, you
think-
see, there I can see it there. Paddy Tavy won, Jamie McVary won, but then Tommy Mooney won, then Shawnee
good player,
McCardle won. Shawnee McCardle won. So it was 3-1 at that stage. Then Jimmy McVary won. It was 4-1 at that stage to
Dance.
Dons. And then
Dons,
Dons,
see.
I think of Oren Keenan and Richie Taylor playing for them as well. So
Yeah,
they're all
he
good.
did.
Boys.
Oren Keenan then won.
They're all boys that
And-
know how to pot a ball. Like, so.
Paddy T won then. And then you had Richie
Richie
Taylor
Taylor,
won.
he won
Richie
he won
Taylor.
individuals game as well today.
Mark Trainer beat Jamie
He may have won one of
McVary.
the lower division ones.
I
Remember they
think
used to
he
do
did,
the
he won one of the
divisional
sectional
ones.
ones, yeah.
Mark Trainer beat Jamie McVary and Jamie Lavelle beat James O'Hagan and Jim Bradley won against Jimmy. So
Yeah.
basically there's two players. Let me see, Jamie Lavelle.
But I think they've now
Jamie's gone in
since
there, you know, that they're going
they've
to start
since
They've-
lost. They've lost Jamie now.
I know
And,
what I mean because he's went
and his
to that, you know,
dad,
but
his dad Tommy.
that's there, but it's, they've entered it in sideways, so we can't take a look at that. So anyway, we'll go back to that. So basically, Tolls Kamla, great to see Tolls putting the team in against Bears. Bears are in our division. They're a really strong
Probably-
team.
Probably may pick for the first division along with ourselves and McGuigan. So not be much between the three is, but the Bears have some great players, some great experienced
good
players.
side. Great side.
Yeah.
Great side.
Eugene McDermott, Ralph Crummy, Neil Heaney. They're all good players. Like
And
Arnold
the individual
Arnold
winner, what do you
Callaghan.
call him?
McGuigan's we didn't see. He was out there. Hustlers, we won 7 against 5. That was a great game, wasn't it, Kevin?
Great game. I'll tell you one thing. See, over the balance of par, Nons-Rom should have won 7-3.
Yeah. it's
Realistically.
like-
Has Sean Murray calmed down any? Is he still pacing the floor? Wearing his
Don't know.
shoes?
We
Yeah.
don't see him. He was running out, you know. And then Cookie was away walking the dog, and Sean was running out, and then just checking on everybody's all right. Like, but definitely it was a great game. And they're good fellas, and that there way. And
Niall McVeary
definitely
reckons he's going to have a sore back at the end of the season carrying this. So
he's called Clint Eastwood. He just sits there, doesn't say a word, just gets up and carries the team.
He
Just
does. What
Oh,
we're,
bang,
what we're
bang,
actually doing is
that's it
we're,
over. Now just go straight to the kill. And that's it.
we're sending them over to the night classes to learn sign language, you see, so that we'll be able to
Alright.
talk to them, you know.
St. Manin is 8, McGee's 4. What do you
well,
think?
Simmons and Agut side, Paddy Hughes and all, they're all good lads up there too. So
Yeah.
they'll not be
McGee's
far
would
away.
be-
They will
McGee's
take
wouldn't
points.
be easy, like McGee's wouldn't be easy beat, like.
No,
You
Richie
know what I mean?
Keoghan,
That's a
no,
mixture
Rich-
of
Richie
It's
Kieran
Richie
and that.
Kieran and all them boys there, but then Gary and all his crew just coming from
I
used
see-
to be in Dan's, you know.
I seen Stevie Node's name on their registered
Yeah,
players
yeah,
as
yeah.
well.
What?
Stevie
It's
Well,
a good
Taylor.
venue to play pool in. An
But
absolute
Kevin,
super venue.
Kevin, our division is going to be the most competitive, I think.
Oh,
do
it
you
will,
know?
Probably
surely.
will.
It could be, you know, it could be any of the teams really.
And I'll
to be
tell you one
honest,
thing,
like-
you see, once we get our new T-shirts on us,
Yeah.
we will look absolutely fantastic.
Well, you sent a picture of a bag earlier on. I didn't
Oh, well,
see
it was in the
t-shirt.
bag. Do you know what
Drummond
I mean?
T5, CWCB 7. Drummond T
Yeah.
are very disappointed now to lose that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think so. Because CWCB are a great side. They've Mickey Nugent and all that playing for them, don't they?
I don't think Mickey played there the other night, but if Tommy
Yeah.
McLaughlin and that, like Tommy would have
Yeah.
been
Oh,
great years
season
ago. You know
champion.
yourself, like.
Tommy
Yeah.
McLaughlin,
Yeah.
individual champion too, back in the day.
Corey-
John and all that's very welcome to the league, and it's great to see them back in. Or I don't know whether
Yeah,
years ago.
I know John very well. His
Yeah.
daughter's Maureen, my brother, now in September. So
There you are. Well, you know,
very well.
we're getting plenty.
Make
plenty
sure the
of-
wedding. Make sure the wedding's on a Friday. We can't cancel a game on a Thursday.
Right, so Nifty 50s against Johnny Murphy. That's it there with Johnny Murphy didn't know it was there. Aidan's agreed to replay that. We'll put a thing up that's to be played within when?
we play by
Kevin?
Tuesday night.
What date?
Next to it's to be played by next
Yeah.
Tuesday night.
Right, okay, so we play the next. Bides, yep, Menina B4.
I'll tell you what,
Boyd's,
but I watched some of them games, and I'll tell you one thing.
yeah.
Them Boyd's lads aren't bad players.
Yeah.
They're not
They're good
bad.
lads, yeah.
Oh, they are surely. They just love the pool.
Yeah.
And Trainers Bar B not Bosco 12.
I was talking to a few boys.
That's your John. That's your John.
Yeah.
I was talking to a few boys even from the Bosco, and they were saying that they could have maybe lost 4 or 5 of them frames. So
Yeah,
it's
they
a
were
lot
absolutely
closer than the
close.
scoreline.
Like, that's
It's a lot
the way
closer than the
it should be.
scoreline suggests. Like, so
It's great. It's great to see 12 not all the same, isn't it?
Well,
absolutely.
it's not good of you, the other team. Like,
Ah, well, suppose, but she can go home and still give a sad story, like, you know.
well, Indo 12. Oh, that was a bye. So Millvale 7, Forrester 5. Again, another. tight
Foresters
one.
would have been disappointed there.
There
Yeah.
would have been, but I looking at some of them Millvale boys, they've been about too. Like, and they can play pool. They have a few young lads in there now that's very interested in pool too. So
Yeah. Yeah.
which helps. Like,
So we'll go to the fixtures which are getting played tomorrow night. We don't want to bore the life out of people. So at the very top, we've got Katy Sharks first, Trainers Bar A.
that's
And
probably the
hopefully-
game. That's probably the game of the night in the Premier Division.
Well, hopefully, if everything goes all right, I'll
Yes.
get that streamed live, and you should be able to. You'll be able to see that live. So
Yeah.
that'll be a good game, boy. Who do you call in that? Give me a call there. Who's going to win that?
I'm going
Hey.
to say Katie to get their first points on the board.
And I
No, they're second. No, Katie again. They got their first points on the board last week. I'm going to say
Yeah.
Katie again.
I'm going to, as trainers A, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick trainers A. Because I think
It
they
all-
have the players.
Yeah, they do, but it all depends what way Kieran Hanna puts them out. Kieran seems to be giving his whole squad a game. Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah, you're
sometimes-
right. You see, that can be a bit of a. I'm not saying it's wrong and everybody give a pool, but I mean, it's a difficult one. No, but hold on a minute now. You see, Kieran's now because Jamie and all left. He's got more options, so he will have players been able to play 2 games.
Oh, yeah, probably himself,
You know.
the likes of Tommy Mooney,
Yeah.
and all play twice. Like so, Mark McSherry's playing
See,
for
I
them now
just
too.
don't
Mark was a
know
good player.
enough of Katy Sharks. I've seen them win, but then I go back to what Paddy's. Look, I don't know. I honestly thought the Trainers Bar would have beat Paddy, and it wasn't. No disrespect to Paddy. I know Paddy and all is a good team, but I did think that Trainers Bar was strong. So
Yeah,
we're going to have to look and check who we go for. So on a toss of it, who am I going to go for?
well, I'm going to go
I'm
for
going to
Katie.
go for Trainers. Mark me down for Trainers.
What about sitting on the fence on a 6-6 draw?
No,
No.
it's Trainers. Here, Kevin, you might be far away. So, Kevin, who you going for? You going for Katy?
Trainers.
Trainers.
sorry.
I'm the only one going
The other
Katie.
one. Right, Ballyholland went CWCA.
I'll stay out of this one.
Well,
I hope Ballyholland wipe
but
them.
tell me this here.
I
You
hope
see,
they wipe them 12-0. What do you
tell
think?
me this
Kevin?
here. See,
Come
what do
on,
you call
Brent
it?
and Keenan. Come on, Jim. The whole lot of you.
A few of them CWCA boys might have altitude
Is your wee man Robbie White playing for them?
Yes.
He does, yeah.
He's
Yeah,
playing
he's a
for
good
them.
player.
You see, altitude sickness could play into that. Do you know what I mean? The boys travelling right up the Ballyhole, way up into the clouds. They could be 6.
Well, I hear there's a football match on before it, and they could have a big crowd in there trying, big fans trying to put the CWCA boys off.
Oh, absolutely,
Intimidating us.
I heard that.
What I told them to do is to take
So I've got to go for CWCA. Who you going for, Liam and Kevin?
CWCA.
Yeah, we're not going to say it.
Right.
We'll not win.
White Cross against Different Strokes.
Different Strokes.
Has to be Different Strokes.
Different.
Depends it depends if the feelings torn up or not. The feelings haven't been there. They weren't there last week. That's
And you see
the feelings hadn't been there last week. Katie
But
wouldn't
here,
have won,
the game White Cross had against Katie was obviously tight.
Yeah, and that was without
it
the
is.
feelings. That was without the two boys.
Well,
So
you see,
Shane
the
and
two
Carroll.
feelings turn up, that is different. It's Mickey Phelan.
Yeah.
I didn't even look at the cards. Mickey Phelan's playing for them, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's playing twice every week for them. Yeah, he won. I think he won his games last
And
week.
Mickey O'Hanlon and that. So,
See, White Cross is a tough spot to win in.
Oh,
Do you know what I
it
mean?
is,
No
yeah.
matter who you are, it's a tough
that's
spot.
right, no matter who goes. And it depends on what way the games go. So Dan's Bar, that's Paddy's team against Quarter Bar. That'll be a
Dan.
tight one, but I have to go for Paddy in that one.
Yeah.
No, I think
Only
it's
because
going to be.
Jamie's only fighting the same, but remember Jamie won his game there in that last one. So, if he puts himself on twice, I'm telling you, could go either way.
Well, no matter who Jamie has there, I'd say he'll be playing twice. So Jamie knows how to pick a team. Like he'll not be wanting to drop points. Like so.
Yeah, well then
I think it could be close. It could even be a 6-6 draw. That one wouldn't surprise
Right,
me.
what are you going for? Which team are you going for?
I'm going to draw.
Kevin?
I'm going for Paddy's Army.
I'm sort of changing now. Liam said there and just reminded me that, but then Paddy Tabby could play twice as well. So I'll stick with Dan's Bar this time since I went against Paddy the last time. So I'll go for Dan's Bar against Quarter. Right, Drummond T's goodbye. CWCB against Simpman NAA.
Simpman in a no doubt. I think
You
they'll
think
be too
so?
strong. Yeah, I think they'll probably only travel down the road with 6 or 7 players, and
Let me
think
just
could be
see,
too
how did
strong.
CWCB do the last time?
they won the bit
They,
Drummond.
they won 7-5 against Drummond T.
But
Simpman
do
in a one.
you see if Mickey Nugent turns up,
If Mickey turns up, it's different.
that has
I'll
to be
go
2
for a
games.
draw on that one. Put me down
See,
for a draw.
Borry Kellen's doing this. He's giving his whole team games. You know what I mean? He's maybe getting 9 players there. He's giving them all a game.
Yeah. Well, put me down still for CWCB for that one. No, a
But
draw.
I'll go for CWCB myself.
I'm going for a
I'm
draw.
Simpman in a.
Kev,
Simpman in a.
Liam, you got me down for a draw.
Yeah, I'm going Simpman in a.
Right, but rate me's down now, people. Right, McGee's against Tolls and Camla.
McGee's.
Oh, that's a tight one.
We'll have to go for McGee's with their new table. With their new table.
Yep. they'll be
Tolls is the
practicing
new
all
table.
week.
Tolls is
McGee's
the
have a new
but
table.
then McGee's are at home. That's a hard place to go to.
Yeah.
It
We'll
is,
go
yeah.
for
Absolutely.
McGee's. We'll go for McGee's.
Ri-
will we?
Richie Kioran, I don't think he's been beat yet for them. He's probably one of the best
And I'll
players
tell
in
you
that
one
division.
thing. Do you see if I was drawn out to play in that
I
venue?
played
I'd be
Richie in the
absolutely
second
delighted.
division in divisionals.
Good venue.
What was that,
Richie's
Kevin?
a good player.
That McGee's bar, I would be delighted to play in there anytime. Because tell you what a setup. What a great setup
Yeah.
out the back. You know?
Look at Jamie Lavelle put up. Look.
Here, Jimmy, tell Jimmy not to believe him if he gets beat, because he's going to run out of teams. he'll have more clubs than Tiger Woods has in his bag.
Sure, Paul Gus is going to put in 3 teams before Christmas. He told me. But I'm letting teams in. He's going to put in 3 of his own. So anyway, where was it there? So
McGee's
where
and
am I?
Tolls.
Oh, McGee's
McGee's
and
and
Tolls. Who
Tolls.
you going for? I'm going for McGee's because they're home.
Oh, I go
McGee's
for
home.
McGee's.
McGee's would be
Everybody
very
go
hard to
McGee's,
beat.
right.
Yeah. be
Birds
very hard to
versus
beat at home.
Hustlers.
That's called off.
That's called
called
off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, over a tragedy, and we'll pass on our condolences and our thoughts to the person involved and the family.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
when you're talking about things like pool and all that, it puts into perspective, what happens and the tragedies that people have to live with. So we need to just bear in mind, like, what we're doing here isn't really that important in the scheme of things.
Oh,
But anyway,
absolutely.
whatever best wishes we can send out to the man involved and his family, we just wish them, best prayers and hope they get through it okay. So anyway, Nan Drams versus McGuigan's.
Probably the game of the division, isn't it? In that division, it'll be the game of the night.
Well, it should be, yeah.
was-
And again, after
yeah.
non-Rams last week, that could go anywhere. But I still think that
It's McGuigan's first game of the season in the league, so that might G them up to get
despite
over
what
the line.
Marty Conroy would tell you and all this here about no good and all that, they're still a strong team.
Good side.
Oh, they
though.
are.
I-
There's no doubt
I
about
I
it.
have to go for McGuigan since I went for them to win the league. So I'm going McGuigan's. Who you
I
going?
don't think they'll win the league. I don't think they'll win the league, but I think they'll win that match.
Right.
Right,
Gavin.
I'm going to put my neck out. I'm going to say Nant's Rams going to win that game.
Right. And so that's me and Liam against you, right? Right. Foresters versus Trainers Bar B.
Forsters get their first win of the season.
Trainers Bar B. What is happening to Trainers Bar B? I thought they were a fair good
They
team.
were,
That's
they are,
Big George.
but-
That's Big George.
That's Big
isn't it?
George. Yeah, Big George.
Is Collie?
Uh,
Is Collie not playing for them?
No, I thought his name was, but no, he's not.
No.
You've Ted Roddy and Aaron Roddy, and they're
Ah.
good lads, like, but I just think the Fosters being at home.
And I'll tell you what, the Foresters have
Captain.
they have some tasty players too. Like they have some seasonal
Yeah.
veterans players for them as well.
You've
And-
got Hugh and Rory and that fella Kieran and that down there.
Kieran's a good player.
They're
Kieran
not
Lappin.
bad players, like.
No,
Kieran
no,
Lappin's a good player.
Right,
yeah.
so who am I going for here then? Who am I going? Well, because Trainers Bar are not winning, I have to go for Foresters. So go for Foresters. Liam.
I go Fosters.
Foresters.
Right, okay. Johnny Murphy's Bay, Simpson in a B versus Nifty 50s.
I'm
Probably
going to take.
one of
I'm going to take something in it.
I'm actually going to go for something in it myself.
And make sure there's a clock at that match because I don't want somebody refereeing saying 1 banana, 2 banana, 3 bananas.
So Simpson in a B. Remind me again. How did they do? That's who played Bides, was it?
That's
Yeah.
actually played by
Boyd's
yes.
played-
That's right.
Boyd's
That's
played
Petey.
them.
That's Petey and Hewitt.
Pete-
Yeah.
Petey Donnelly and them, yep.
Yeah.
I just think home advantage will swing it for them.
You think so? Ah, maybe you're right.
Yeah.
But Aiden and all is a fairly good. I'll go for. Oh, I don't know what to do here now. Nifty 50s, Simpson in a B. I'll chance an odd draw. I'll chance a draw. What are you
Here,
going,
tell you what,
Kevin?
see if we get this all wrong. We're putting all 3 people on next week. Then pick them
Right,
out.
Kevin, who are you going for?
I'm going for Simpson, innit?
And
Simpson
Liam,
in
you're
it.
Simpson in
Simpson
it.
in it.
Right,
Just
the
think home advantage.
the Indo against Millvale. I have to go for the Indo. If the Cahill brothers are playing at all.
Yeah.
But then
Might
we
just
don't know
swing
who's
for
going to turn up for them, you know.
Well,
Well,
they
how
haven't
do-
played yet.
They
This is
haven't
actually their
played
first
yet,
game
you
in
know,
the league.
so
yeah.
I don't know what way Kate has them organised or what, but I know if any of the boys are playing at all,
Peter's probably the best
or-
player in that division.
if Peter will be there, assumed anyway, so I have to go.
Peter
for
Peter-
Indo.
Peter and Joe McGee's probably the 2 best players in that division in my
Right.
eyes. So
Indo's my team.
I'm going
Millvale.
Indo. I'm going Indo.
Millvale.
Right, you're going Millvale, Cap. Write them down, Liam. Liam, you recording
Yeah.
all these, yeah? I've had
Yeah,
you through it
all
all.
right.
Absolutely.
No,
right.
I'm here. But there's still. We've another
Bosco
3
B against Bides. Bides won last week. Bosco B won last time out.
I thought at the start of the league that Bosco would have won the league, but I'm changing my mind. I don't think they will now. I looked at their team sheet last week. Everybody played. I think the only person that played twice for them was John McGee. I know they won 12-0, but if you're going to try and win the league, I think you need to have 7 or 8 players that's going to, and at least have 3 or 4 players that play twice.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I agree with you. That's
So-
all right.
Bides, Bosco B.
I'm going to go Boyd's.
Yeah.
I'll go for Boyd's as well.
I don't know who to go for here now. I don't know. That Bosco game was tight enough, wasn't it? Who was that they were playing beside us that time? Was it Aiden's team?
Playing
Nifty?
Aiden's team was not that.
And the one, didn't it?
Yeah, that's
No,
where
I'll
the
go,
bana-
I'll go
that's
for
where the banana
Bosco.
club
I'll
came
go
in.
with Ben McClory. I'll go for Bosco with Bosco. Right, so we'll go for Bosco there in that one. Right, boys, so that's it done there for the night. We've got the draws, everything done. We'll put it up. and we'll let you know when them actual cups are getting played and the dates.
The dates
check
are
it
there, Carl. The dates for the Vegas. The dates for the
dates
Vegas Cup
Cup round
is
is
the 12th of May.
yeah.
And the
And I've
last
got
16,
I've also
last
have
16 of the Cunningham Cups, the 16th of June. The only thing's the knockout cups, but they'll be after the break, I'd say.
Yeah, the names and nothing's filled in, so I'll still have to inform them when it's all ready. So
yeah.
that will be the Cunningham Cup there, the 16th of June.
16th of June, that's the Thursday night, Liam, is it?
Yeah, they're all
yeah.
Thursdays.
I have the
Vegas-
dates in, but I don't have. What is the other date I have for?
The 12th of May for the Vegas Cup.
Yeah, and again the Vegas Cup's left out, so we'll put them on. And anyway, so anything else before you go? Anything? No.
No, very good.
Are we all
Everything's-
good? So we'll get them all up anyway. Yeah.
No bother at
So
all.
since the Cunningham Cup is going to be that first one, Kevin, you have the Cunningham Cup there now, don't you?
Yes.
Just call them out again. Who's coming
Right.
in the
The
Cunningham,
Cunningham
Cup?
Cup is right.
Sorry, yes, Cunningham Cup first, Liam, or the thing. What
No,
did I
no,
have?
right.
Vegas
It's the
Cup.
Vegas
'cause
Cup.
the
Vegas Cup.
First round of the Cunningham Cups are
Just
already played.
just call me out the Vegas Cup ones there. Who's playing in preliminary and all that?
Right. Well, the buys to start off is Nans Rams, Drummond T,
Yeah.
Nifty 50s, Johnny Murphy's, Bears, and Millvale Arms. They've all got a buy. And the matches
Yeah.
are Different Strokes versus Katy Sharks,
Yeah.
White Cross versus Ballyholland,
Yeah.
Indo versus CWCA,
Yeah.
Bosco B versus CWCB,
Yeah.
Tolls of Camlo versus Foresters, Trainers A versus St. Menina A, Downs Bar versus the Quarter Bar, St. Menina B versus Trainers B, McGuigan's versus Boyd's, and Hustlers versus McGee's.
Yeah.
That's great. All right, lads.
There's some
All
great
good.
matches there, and we'll be
Yeah.
coming back. We'll be coming back now and we'll discuss how we actually really get on and how many results we get right or
Yeah.
many did we get wrong.
Right, boys.
Yeah.
Thanks very much for your time.
No
and have a
problem.
nice
No
evening,
problem.
all
All right, Liam. Good luck.
Thank
Bye,
you.
bye, bye. Cheers.